Yo, call me a Doom powered the way those titties taste and sour. Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back to the Games Case. Today and only today, we are here, that's right, to rank the Shadow Generations levels. That's right, we're going to be ranking the Act 1s and Act 2s. Sorry guys, let's see. So we have Space Colony Ark Act 1.
I think this is a very strong opening level because I think like right off the bat, it shows you how to use chaos control, sets the pace of the game very, very, very well. Like I would say like it could be S, but I think it's A at least, right?
Yeah,
I think it's high A for me personally.
Yeah, I was gonna say because I think we should also order the like rank him in order. I think for me, yeah, I think I'm also A rank because I think as an intro, it starts really strong. Black Doom messing with the level. It's got the set piece where you're mashing that giant bullet that looks really cool. There's a lot, you know. There's the green platforms you can climb upwards, or you can go downwards. You can go on top of different platforms, and even in the indoors area, right? You can use like you find that how like there's those lasers in front of you, and if you homing attack, he teleports. There's that giant open hallway area. Like right away you are just shown like, oh shit, like there's a variety of paths here, right? I can mess with chaos control for the timer. While the Black Doom segment in it is pretty tame, like it's very straight liney, I still think it's like a very strong intro and version of it, you know?
Like I said, for a first level, it really sets the pace really well. And that's what I'm saying, like I think if this level wasn't as strong, I think I would have been like, oh, okay. But I think because it is, I'm like, oh, shit. I'm like so ready for the rest of the game, you know?
Yeah. Okay, then I think we can...
Really made me excited for the game.
Exactly. And see, and
I'm going to say like an A because like, I don't, again, opening levels, I can't do anything too insane yet, but I think it's just so solid, right?
Yeah. Now, Space Colony Ark Act 2, it is the first level in the game that does that thing where it teases the Doom Wings. And it only happens the first time you play it, which I think is really cool. Like, I like that it does that thing where it does almost a teaser of the Doom Wings. And it's one of the few levels in the game that has Doom Wing segments, you know? Like, it has segments with the Doom Wings where you can hit the enemies in the air. I don't know. I feel like, what about you, Ian? What do you think?
High B or low A for this one? Because, like, I really did enjoy this, especially with the cutscene where, like, you just get the wings. Like, I really thought that was sick. Yeah. But... that's like the main part I remember from the stage because like I just pretty much just had fun.
I will say like I do like that middle area where you actually use the chaos spears to open the doors, and there's like multiple doors. Like if you drop down to a certain area, you can go to a different door, and there's even different areas you can get to with chaos control. Like if you wait for some bullets to go high up and you chaos control, there's like an alt path you can take upwards, which I think is super cool. One thing I don't like about the level is it has the stupid spinning gravity things from Sonic Adventure 2, which I still don't fucking understand really how you properly launch yourself out of them. Sometimes I feel like
I don't even think it's like, I don't think they're jank. It's more of like,
I just don't get them.
Break the pace of the level. You're going fast and then you just have to like walk up them.
I agree. We can give it high B. We can give it high B for that. I like that. Now, Rail Canyon Act 1. Ooh. I think...
can I say it's nice playing this level with working grind rails?
I know it is. It is. It is. I'm trying to think here.
I like it way more. I like it more than Act 2 Space Colony, but like I don't like it more than Act 1 Space Colony.
Yeah, I think what the thing about the level is structurally, because it's Rail Canyon, it is less platforming and more like rail jumping, which like is fun, but it doesn't need to lead to too much different platforming areas. Like it kind of is, you're just on the grills the whole time. But
it's one of the more linear ones, right? Like there are branching paths, but I don't feel like there's as many as other levels.
I think I like the Black Doom segment. Like I love when the
that one's good. That is one of the better Black Doom segments too.
Yeah,
that's a really good one.
The fact that the level is mainly grind rails means you're not platforming as much, and it's mainly like grind railing, which I love grind railing, so I think it's really cool. I love the level. I just don't think it's as... I feel like Space Colony Act 1, you're like, holy fuck, I'm in, right? Whereas this level, I'm like, this is awesome. It's great. There's some cool shit you can do when you replay the level with the Doom Wings, where you can skip a lot of areas. So I think right behind Space Colony Act 1 is fine. Act 2... I think this is a B.
On stage.
It's the one that I find when I replay the levels, I go back to the least, just because like I like the music in it, and you do press the buttons to swap where the grind rails are, which is cool. So I think it has cool moments, and there's a lot of chaos control chaining in this level.
Yeah, the chaos control use is really crazy in that level. I think
that's the weakest in the game. It doesn't mean it's bad. I agree. Like I think I would even say like high C. I think like that would be, I think I'm gonna put it C. I think it's just the least notable level in the game where it's like, okay, this is just like a 2D level. Now, what do we think about Biolizard? Ooh, yeah.
The chaos control usage is kind of like, it's kind of like scripted. Like, I know you can use it to stop his, like, from stomping the ground, like, when he goes really fast, but I also, like, I don't know, it's very straightforward. I don't feel like there's anything where you can do a cool shit with, like, Metal Overlord or anything, you know?
Yeah.
It's the most faithful boss,
The most remade of SA2, but with, like, a remix with the wings, right?
I was saying, out of a lot of boss fights, I really enjoy this, but it's, like, it's a good fight. It's not, like, insane, but it's good. Yeah. I like how they had a little twist in there.
Yeah, and I like the ending of it, like when you jump on all the balls and do like the big punch slam. I feel like it's the least like I would say of all of them, it's probably the least hype. Like I feel like a lot of the other ones are way more hype and exciting. Remix is pretty good. I like it. Would we put it above Space Colony Ark Act 2? Oh, okay. I really like the boss style. I do want to say like I enjoy the boss fight. Yeah. Okay, we can leave it there. Kingdom Valley Act 1 is S. Easily, no question.
That level is ridiculous, dude. Like,
that level is incredible.
Recently, I was watching a speed run, and they went through like a cave on the side of the like. Do you know about the cave?
Yes.
I didn't know it was there. I had no idea that was there.
This level is fucking awesome. Like I genuinely think. I think it's probably, and someone can correct me if I'm wrong, it is definitely the biggest level. And what I love about it is it's not like there's this is clearly the best path to take for S strengths. It's like you can take multiple of those paths and still get a good ranking and explore different areas. Like again, there's the cave spot. You can, go on those wind things. You can use chaos control to, or chaos spear techs to jump over gaps, The
chaos spear, like momentum thing in the air. I've seen people go over the fucking castles.
Yes.
So like, what the hell? That's sick.
Yeah, I've done that. You just jump completely over to
and
inside your
where the fucking water is like
the Mach speed recreation.
But the cool thing is like the water splashes on the camera. I'm like, what?
That's cool. I didn't even realize that. Also,
like with the big water walls, like you can see water droplets on your camera, which is ridiculously cool.
A long level too, like really, like even on a good speed run, like. That's like a 3-minute level, and that's a good speed run. So like on a regular playthrough, it's like 4 or 5 minutes.
If I had to think about 3D Sonic levels, like in general, I think like someone in chat said this would be like a top 5 3D Sonic level, like that.
Yeah. Act 2, I think is A.
Yeah,
I think it's A. Yeah. I think it's a little less exciting, but it has the wind paths.
The big thing is like, you can chaos control the crushing platforms and. Stuff like that. But I mean, it's still really good. Like, I love that you can still do the air grinding in that one as well.
It still had a lot to it, so like I still enjoyed it a lot. But yeah, I say like A.
Yeah, I think it's
I like
A.
it more than Real Canyon. Definitely.
I can agree.
Colony. Actually, no, that's in the middle. Yeah.
Yeah, it's right in the middle. I think A makes the most sense. A Act 2 chaos control moments, level with the platform. The best part of the level for me is the middle segment where you're inside the castle, which it's cool that Act 2 does that where you're fully inside the castle, which I really love. You can use the Doom Blast to like kick them onto one of those wind things to activate them. Like it's really sick, the shit you can do in the level. And I think for a 2D level, it's long, has variety. The last section has you jumping on the ropes. The long you jump on it, you can go dive on a different platform. I feel like it's just you
can also stop to go up higher and get another path.
Yeah, and the music, it's such a good mix of the track. Like, I think they did an incredible job with that for a 2D level. Now, Sunset Heights Act 2, that's an S. That is a beautiful... Act 1 S. I
was gonna say even Act 2 could be S, dude. That's like the best 2D level I've ever made. I don't understand how. I think Sunset Heights is one of the more cinematic levels in the game.
That's the thing, is with Kingdom Valley, it has no Black Doom segment, so it's pure platforming the whole time, whereas this one is incredibly cinematic, and I feel like it recreates the linearity, but it still has like branching paths that are really clever and really cool. And I think it still has one of the most genius uses of chaos control, where the giant like robots are tossing the rocks, and if you chaos control, you can like bounce on them to go on a top path. I still think that is a
You can also use chaos control with like the bullets and use that to go up.
And I think the Black Doom segment in that one is awesome. Is so sick how like
rail run upside down.
You rail run upside down. No,
When you railgun upside down and you're swapping, I was like, holy shit, this is insane.
It's
like that genuinely was like, oh my god, that's so sick. How have they not done this before?
It's clever. You know? It's clever how it fucks with your mind, how you're grill running upside down. Oh, Chaos Island does it too, yeah. And one thing I love about this level, and I tweet about it a lot, or even skeet it on Blue Sky, is right at the end of that part, Shadow, for no fucking reason, does like a sick pose. For no reason. And it's the only time he ever does it. I love that. I love that he never redoes that pose in the other level. He's just like, fuck it, I just feel like doing this right now. Cinematically, that is my favorite level in the game. I think it's so fucking good. It's so well done. And the fact that they took a level like Sunset Heights and made it peak is awesome. And I would say the same for Act 2. Act 2 of this level is crazy.
Ridiculous. Yeah, that Sunset Heights Act 2 is like the Kingdom Valley equivalent for the 2D level. Because there is so many, constantly, so many paths you can go in Sunset Heights Act 2. Where I'm like, holy shit, I didn't even know you could go here, etc., you know, right?
You can chaos control the robot, and then Doom Blast onto it. There's skips you can do where like you boost the other way to go in the water. Like it goes fucking crazy. The underground water segment is super cool where you're using Doom Surf. And they even reference forces where like you can hold B to like destroy all those bugs and to go on higher paths. And there's a sick moment where the camera twice goes in 3D where like you know when like you're going to the next area and he spirals in 3D underground.
Yeah, I put in this.
Okay.
It's like
I definitely think it's the best 2D level by far.
Okay. Yeah, I think Chad, I agree with Chad too. Like the rain sets the mood. Like it's incredible. I can't believe it. Metal Overlord I think is top of A, right under Space Colony Ark Act 1.
I've been thinking about this. I think so. I know initially I said like Mephiles is like was my favorite boss in the game. And I think from like I think a lot of that's just because of like I love the dialogue and how they characterize him. But I think in terms of actual gameplay, I think Metal Overlord is my favorite boss because there's so many. It's crazy. There's so many different options you have in the boss fight. Like there's a lot of. It's very open. If you you can skip certain phases if you hit enough junk back at them. Like you can go on the rails. You can use chaos control to get on that other path. Like
I think that's a good place for right there.
Yeah, I think what's cool about this fight is that, like you said, I think the first time, the only reason I think it's not S is because it is purely on Doom Surf, which isn't bad, but it would have been cool to have some like platforming. But I think the 2D segment slows down the pace of the fight a little bit. But I think S ranking it, even in hard mode, if you guys try in hard mode, it's one of the most satisfying S ranks in the game because you really have to hit everything as quickly as possible. You can even skip the segment where he tail swipes you. I skipped it. And if you hit him fast enough, you can absolutely skip it. So, and the ending where Shadow does the Kamen Rider kick. Oh, come on, man. When you get chaos control and you hit all the platforms, Shadow does this thing where like he like slows everything down and then he pushes all the rocks at him. It's fucking awesome. I love that so much. A lot of cool cinematic value in the fight. Even midway through the fight, the way he moves around, like it's just sick from the opening to and everything. Dope stuff. All right, this is the one where we're going to debate. Chaos Island Act 1.
Okay, here's what I think. I think the music and the aesthetic and the pacing of the level is good, but I just do not like Doom Morph, dude.
You don't like
I really
Doom Morph?
don't like Doom Morph. And it's not even like, oh, skill issue, blah, blah. I think there's a variety of things. One, I think the swinging feels clunky when you're going really fast, and it's like, okay, swing, wait. Okay, I have to swing, wait. And then I also just don't like that, like, it's a little bit frustrating because like if you are in the squid mode and you touch anything that's not the purple goop, you're just out of it.
I get it. Now, I will say, as someone who got used to it, and Ian and I could probably debate, I would put it above Space Colony Ark Act 1, but I wouldn't put it in S. I think it's a long level, has a lot of good platforming, and when you figure out the Doom Morph, you could do a lot of skips. Like if you boost towards the end of one, you can jump hella over shit, and once you figure it out, there's a lot of different paths, and like you said, the music I got used to over time. I think is really good, but I think Doom Morph is still an ability that like I get it, it's fun when you learn, but it's like I would almost rather not be there, but I'm gonna put it above Space Cognac because learning it is really cool. Because again, like you said, the momentum you get. I love that you go in the Zap Cave. That's really cool, and you see the background. I love that you fight the robots from Frontiers. Ian, what do you think? Give me your rundown.
Either above or below Metal Overlord.
Really?
Just because like I go back to Space Colony Ark a bunch of times, but in Chaos Island, I do come at less, but like I still have a really good time with it, so that's why I'm still putting it in A.
Okay.
Like I'm just trying to think, do I like Metal Overlord more than it, or do I Like, because like I feel like
it's a tough one for sure.
More.
I think we can live with. I think I'll put it top of it. But
yeah, I'm fine with that.
I'm fine with that. Okay, Act 2. I'm not gonna lie. Might be C.
I
think that's like a pace killer, and I don't know. I just feel like it's a level that feels claustrophobic because you're stuck between all like the goop. But I think again the goop, because you're in 2D, is less frustrating. And again, you can actually skip that. Well, that's cool too. But I don't know. I think I'll put it above in high C, which again, it's still not bad. It's a level I feel like I'm not gonna go back to, really. Does it end with you doing the spiral climb from...
Yeah, you go up that spiral climb because
that's sick.
You do in Frontiers.
I fuck with that. I like that a lot. That's a really cool feature. So again, it's like high C, but it's still cool. It isn't 3D. Yeah, okay. Mephiles is S. Oh, it's S.
Yeah,
that's
tier.
Right under Kingdom Valley.
I think from a pure this fight
is awesome, man.
Aesthetic, dude, it's just
it's awesome.
It really, the performance carries it. Like, I'm not even joking. I don't think he's like that hard or like, but the performance is so good, man.
Just from the dialogue, it's like it's actually cool how they made like 06 erasure like into like him trying to get back to the timeline. I thought that was fire. The fight itself is really cool because like the first half you slam to the ground, you just throw him in there, and then the second half you go up. Yeah, you go up with Squid and you take them all down, and then he gets that dark beast that he annoys you in phase 2 for in 06. Like it was genuinely like.
I think I would still put Sunsets Act 1 above it. Just because that's like a full cinematic level. But I think Mephiles, what I adore about this fight is, like you said, it's the mix. I think it's a perfect rival fight because we've been talking about we want a rival fight. And I think this is like the closest thing to one because he's a hedgehog-like character. And so to have a sort of rival fight in the game like this is really fucking cool. It's like you said, Hyper. Like the fight is you took everything from me and I don't even know who you are. I think thematically is fucking cool. You know, but it's like, it's cool that you can get in some extra damage on him. It's cool that you can use Chaos Control to break through his shield much quicker. And that ending, bro. Oh, that ending of the fight is so fucking sick. Now, Radical Highway, is awesome. This level is... I think this is S rank, like right under Kingdom Valley, or I don't know if it's with Sunset or Kingdom Valley. I'm gonna say right under Sunset Heights because I would have. There's the one segment where he does the wings and he's just like, I'll overcome every obstacle with this power. This level has a lot of variety with the wings because this is the one level where you can play this with the wings and without the wings, and it's a completely different level. If anything, I might put it above Sunset Heights because of that aspect. You can basically play the entire level 2 times, and it's a complete, and even multiple times, because people need to experiment. Like with the wings, there's multiple paths you can take, and without the wings, there's multiple paths you can take, you know?
Yeah, there's so many like circles of rings that go off into the distance and you can just fly through as well. It's crazy.
Yeah, they made it really fun.
And there's like low paths, high paths, which is really cool. I feel like almost playing it wingless is like satisfying because you almost get what is more traditional OG Radical Highway, whereas the wings, it's like crazy Radical Highway. Incredibly satisfying platforming level. I think Act 2 for Radical Highway is also like S rank. I'd put it above it because this one is unbelievable. Like there is an insane amount of paths you can take. There's this one I always talk to people that someone showed me that most people are gonna miss. You can show you right here. Is right when you're diving in the beginning, if you just move forward, there's like an alt path upwards you can take.
Yeah, there's a whole platform you can go on when you're diving.
Yep. Oh, and it's finally a level that has a challenging S rank, which is awesome, right? But it's like, it's so sick. The wingless, dude, the wingless run of it is a skill check, bro. Like, I think it is crazy. Kingdom Valley is immaculate. I think people appreciate challenge with love Radical. That's what I was thinking. You know what? I think I'm going to keep Kingdom Valley Act 1 above just because on a pure, like even casual to even enjoying speedruns to an extent, it's really fun. Act 2 for people that really want to learn. I still have to do that because I've been playing Act 1 a lot. I really need to jump into Act 2 and learn it. It's an incredible level. I think these by far... technically Radical Highway factually is the best act or like best zone in the game, you know. Now Devil Doom, to cap it off here.
Hey, listen. Here's the thing. The beginning, awesome. The end, awesome. The shitty Doom more platforming, I know Chad's gonna be like, skill issue. It's not fun.
Yeah, it's
don't like the Doom morph in the middle.
Anyways, I think it's fantastic. You know, like I like the Doom Surf. That was a sick section. The Doom Morph. If
is
you know how to use it properly, like you can just launch yourself and skip so many stuff. And then like you can literally jump over everything and then just home and attack him if you're close enough. And that's just glorious. And obviously the wing section is the best part because like it plays all your shit.
I'm trying to think. I think for me, the fight has the crazy flying segment, right? I think the Doom Surf section is sick. Yeah, I think my literal one flaw with it is that you repeat the Doom Mort thing 3 times. I feel like it should have been like, hey man, here's one big section with it. But I will say like the final like boss moment is incredibly sick. I love that is the one time you can fly freely with the wings, which I think is incredibly cool, right? And I mean, I love even just you bashing on him, you doing the big finale with the casters, even that tech that I learned today, where if you dodge all 3 of his swipe segments, you do like, you know, a crazy cinematic move that like I didn't even know was in the game until like today. I agree 5 bits. Even as someone who understands Doom Morph, it's still pace breaking. I 100% agree. Like it's not even about like whether you learn it or not. I just think like doing it multiple times a lot. Orchestral Crush 40, All Hail Shadow overrides the Doom Morph section. You know that yourself. I love that. All Hail Shadow as the final boss theme is still really cool. I'm gonna put it right under Act 2 of Radical Highway, but it's still an incredibly. I think for me, Devil Doom is what I want a final boss for Sonic next time, where it's a mix of a really cool, challenging platforming level with cinematics in between. I think that's a perfect balance instead of just boss fight. And I like that it uses
every move. Like okay, Titan fights are so fucking sick in Frontiers, right? But it would be cool if there was like a boss fight that made you like all the skills you learned, right? Like by leveling up, that you could like use those as well.
It says a lot also that there's no D rank level in the game. I think they're all
no,
really
every level is
great,
good. It's just some are better than others. Like, literally.
They cooked. And of course, in the comment section below, let us know which your favorites are. Peak game, bro. Peak game right there. Love that. Love that, bro.